Welcome, ladies and gents, to High Elo Legends. Now, I do not mean for this series to be disrespectful. What I would like to do is I would like to use this series as an opportunity to teach people what to do and what not to do. Okay, I'm kidding. I'm not actually going to have a High Elo Legends series unless people really want to see it and I feel like I can find the content. But we have two High Elo players. This was sent to me by a High Elo player who said, hey, I know you have a low Elo Legends series. This should be High Elo Legends because this is a little crazy. So if you like crazy games, if you like messy games, if you like games that are maybe far from perfect but still have a lot of skill, this is apparently one of them. And full disclosure, I have not seen this game. I've only heard about this game, so I'm going to be experiencing it along with you all. In the red, I don't know this player. And I'd love for someone to look him up right now. If I had to guess, it might be a Finnish player who changes his name a lot. But this is around 1900 or 2K, so I encounter these names less. And then in the teal, and I didn't realize he was going to be a part of this, and he may be rather upset that I'm casting it with such a title. We have King Boo, who has been a part of my community for many years, and is a really nice guy who has really improved his ranking. Getting 2K plus puts you in the top couple hundred in the world. I mean, that's not a bad spot to be at by any means. So I hope if King Boo sees this, he knows I love him. And that we're going to have fun with this one. It looks like it was random civilization. I don't think that these guys would intentionally pick Saracens and Malians. So good old-fashioned random Civ Arabia. As we have an open map, lots of hills. This is the King of the Desert version, so typically it's pretty messy. We didn't see that many messy games in the King of the Desert tourney. They snowballed really quick. It felt like players would fall behind, and then that would kind of be that. But I do know the potential's there, and so I'm excited. Now, what I think you should do with Saracens, just to talk this through, is you want to play into archers. And when you have wood lines like this, and your berries and the gold on the back like this, I think you could just justify walling. Now, some players want to go for early barracks and drush, but honestly, I could see King Boo playing passive here, walling this direction, walling this direction, walling this direction, walling this direction, lots of walling, and just protecting himself back at home. Wait, so Grapinator says the name is Finnish. Can you tell me how many games he has on his account? The reason I ask is, so there's known Finnish players like Veleza, Rubenstock, Max, Valis, and I'm trying to think if there's any really high elo players that are known beyond that. That's about it. Zupi, sorry. I think everyone else, like Pike, no longer plays the game. But there's two more Finnish players. One is called the Ant-Man, and one of his buddies, which used to go by some other Finnish name. He always does a Finnish name, and it's always something, a different name every month. And he's a really unique player. And if you remember the upload that I put up 6 months ago where someone TC dropped me on Islands, it was that player. And he's a little bit of a jerk. So I don't know if it's him. I say it's a jerk because he was talking smack as he was beating me, and then I uploaded it to YouTube and showed everybody, but okay, maybe it's someone else. Okay, it's someone else. Cool. Well, I was just asking. It doesn't really matter. We'll keep an eye. Apparently, he's a very aggressive player from his win rate. Cool. So, guys, the difference between a 2K and a 2K2 and, the top 10 is they'll always have this scouted. Like, if you look at Red's position, he didn't see the barracks. That's like a big no-no for high-level Age of Empires. And then if you look at King Boo, didn't scout the barracks. So both players are going for the same builds that a lot of players go for, but they didn't really scout what the opponent was doing as well as they should have. And there's a chance that villagers could go down. Now, Red at least seems to know where the resources are for King Boo. King Boo does have Loom, though, so it will be a little more difficult. Oh, no, King Boo doesn't have Loom! Wait, what happened here? Oh, he had Loom queued up. Oh, boy. Oh, Loom was on the way, and the Drush surprises him. And games can end with much less. This should be 2 dead villagers. It is 2 dead villagers. The scout goes down as well. And now Boo he's trying to figure out everything at his base. Has to get some counter damage in. And Red reacts to this and sees this. And is on the way to feudal age. Wow, that was a crazy start. So 2 militia and a scout killed 2 villagers. And now Red probably won't take many losses. Okay, so the big thing here, if you're in King Boo's position, is, wow, that sucks. I've got to go all in. 2 villagers down is insane. And being later to feudal age, which is the age that players are going to make more military in, also insane. I love the damage control from Red. Great reactions from him. He got a little lucky, of course, to spot the drush there and have time to prep everything. But he's going to get those walls down. And Freaking Andy is not finished. Freaking Andy is Austrian. There's actually Freaking Andy and Freaking Chris. They're brothers. And they're both really good deathmatch players. But Freaking Andy is the player who has brought his skills to RM. Good news for King Boo is that he is Saracens. Saracens can do a lot of crazy stuff when they're walled and can use the market. So there's an argument here for maybe he sells all of his stone and tries to buy resources to go Castle Age. But I think Red's build is perfect. It's actually one of my favorite build orders right now is to go Malians and go for the 2 militia drush. And then since Malian wood buildings are discounted, you can afford to go for double archer range. Oh, actually, he's gone 1 archer range and blacksmith. Okay. I was going to say double archer range opening. Flood the map with military. And oftentimes you can afford to make double range and the blacksmith. But I think at that point you're not going to be getting eco upgrades. So he chose to get eco upgrades, which is also fine. And there you go. He's going for the range. I guess the difference here is that he rushes the fletching upgrade. I don't think fletching at this time makes much of a difference. So it's just a preference thing. On the other side, we're going to have Boo. And Boo is just, again, in a spot where this military can't do any damage. And life is hard right now. Maybe he had a rough day at work. Maybe he stubbed his toe walking up the stairs. Maybe he went to make coffee this morning and he didn't have any creamer or sugar. And it was just one of those days. And then he doesn't scout the opponent. He loses 2 villagers to a freaking drush when he's doing the same strategy and can't get any damage in. We've all had bad days, okay? We've all had bad days. And it looks like Red has had one as well in feudal age because he did so much, he didn't actually produce villagers for 60 seconds. Which means the vill count is even now. Oh, man, that's funny. He also has to be careful he doesn't lose an archer here to this scout. There you go. All right, so yeah, this got messy. Red got pop capped a bit, so his ranges wouldn't produce. And he was a little late to some important aspects of the game. Now, as for King Boo is just on 1 range, no fletching. So what should be happening here is that the player who has the double range archer production should have more archers, but he doesn't because he got housed. God, I feel like we need to make a song. It's like, instead of because I got high, it's like, but then I got housed. That'd be so funny. Oh, God. I need someone to write the script. I'll sing it, I promise. Okay, there goes the archer, down, dead. And just sloppy, you know? Just sloppy. This was sent to me by Yupe, by the way. Ooh, wait a second. Why didn't I put 2 and 2 together? Yupe is a Finnish player at around 18 or 1900. So he's probably friends with this guy. Like, maybe it was Yupe's account, actually. Why did I not think of that? Maybe Red is Yupe. The TC dropper himself. But here comes the archers finally from Red. And finally he has more numbers. And here comes a sneaky little group from King Boo. Alrighty. I am noob. Any tips? Only play against hard AI and still lose, lol. Keep villagers producing out of your town center. And practice some build orders. I would say check out the interactive build order guide. Interactive build order guide can be really helpful. This game is a game of practice. This game is a game of time. So Practice makes perfect. Those would be my tips. Wow, big army here for red. And there are some weak villagers here, so King Boo has to be careful as he now falls back to the market. But also has 3 villagers. Or 3 archers, excuse me. They used to be villagers, but they changed jobs. And they're going to get behind this wood line. Oh, that could do so much damage. I think the better move, though, would be to go here. Because now the villagers can just leave the wood line and run right to the TC. Whereas if you sit here, the villagers get hit, and they'll get hit more if they run in towards the town center. All right, army from Boo out of 1 range. Red. Oh, God. He's reacted. Oh, no. But wait a second. He just rolls with it, and now he's through. Oh, this is so messy. Okay. These villagers are trying to save themselves. Red's trying to kill this army, but it's a bigger army than he expected. The micro's going on over here. Red killed 2 villagers, which makes it a total of 5 this game. King Boo has the army, but he doesn't have all the army for some reason. As more villagers go down and make that 7 villagers killed by Red in this game. However, over here, he's got to be careful because he doesn't have the army to deal with that yet, because he's sending the other army forward. That's not a bad thing to send the other army forward, but let's hope that he can protect these vills. King Boo, though, is on the way to Castle Age, guys. Sloppy game. But still high elo stuff. King Boo's done a great job keeping his TC producing, I have to say. And if he can get crossbow with this army, Red could get completely wiped. I would say keep this army in the thick of things if you're teal. This should be dealt with. Keyword should. But Red's army micro has seemed superior in this game. I think his macro's been worse. I say that despite the fact that teal... Oh, King Boo. Oh, make it stop. Not too bad, actually. Yeah, I think King Boo just does a better job creating vills, and Red does a better job with microing the armies. At least from what I've seen so far today. All right. Red is a massive nerd. He's putting his glasses on. And he's continuing to micro. Finally, the micro nerd gets dealt with. King Boo now excited to push out with a grand total of 9 army. However, has 3 minutes to micro. So let's see if King Boo can prove me wrong. This army comes to the wood line. We have Bodkin and we have crossbow on the way. Bodkin arrow will definitely help out, though I think King Boo should be a little more patient. Wait for your upgrades. Here he's lost some units as well. Now he has the range and the attack difference, so now he can clear up everything if he's patient enough. But, high Elo Legends. It's a messy one, but it's a fun one. They're at the Elo where they know what they're doing. They play really solid, but occasionally there can be some errors with the multitasking. Sorry, I had to reposition myself and I bumped my chin on my mic. Hopefully you didn't hear much there. So I think what King Boo needs to do here is continue with crossbow production. Skirmishers, I don't really care about. Just make crossbows with Saracens. And then if the enemy goes Elite Skirm and Castle Age, then you can make some siege. So definitely not a spot where I would suggest adding a university for ballistics, because it's clear to me that Red is going to go in towards some skirmisher play in this game. Again, if he does, then you add the siege. I think that's the way I would play it. Red hoping to dive because he had superior numbers. But he does have to be careful here because he is getting wrecked. The overall KD is really close this game. There's been throw and counter throw quite a few times, and King Boo, as the Saracens often do, all over the gold. And he probably will be buying and selling resources. Another unit thrown away by Red. He's now clicking Bodkin. He's got a defensive tower here. Okay. So, do you guys remember that time where in the Dark Age, they passed each other with their armies, and then they both did damage to each other? Sort of, kind of. Actually, what happened, I guess, is one person did damage. They're doing the same thing. So Teal comes forward. Normally, there'd be a red defensive army on the hill. The red says, I've got a tower for that. So I don't need that. And so here comes red. So it's complete base trade. We also have a crossbow behind this wood line, which is really cute. I like that. And so Teal's like, what? Where's his army at? Where could his army be? And here come the crossbows, and the crossbows go right to the stone. Oh, this is awful for King Boo. This is awful. But now Red needs to leave his wood line and go over here. And this army needs to be dealt with, and there's really no answer for this army either. Villagers will likely all die, but you never know in these situations, because when you're Red, what you desperately want to do is you desperately want to go into the main eco as well, and he doesn't have ballistics. Struggling to produce crossbowmen all the time, and King Boo can just continue to move around as Red buys a tower, because this is messy. This has not been a game where armies trade versus armies. This has been a game where armies have just been all over the place. And I guess the tower is not a bad move. It will go up. Villagers will still go down. And we'll see if King Boo's going to be able to get out of here with some army alive. He does deal with this. And wow, what a close game. So many mistakes have been made, right? So many crazy things have happened. But King Boo recovering time and time again, and he even has the lead right now. Wow, that crossbow micro, though. Disgusting. Meanwhile, these villagers are about to get attacked by lions. Okay. Woo! Let's think about this. Again, I think the biggest issue for Red is lack of army production. Also, the TC idle time continues to be an issue because he's microing. My guess is he's not doing what a lot of the new age players are doing and using the go-to TC hotkey or the select all TC hotkey to be able to create vills while they're microing. My guess is he still goes back manually every time, which is what leads to these situations. Okay, 2 of these 4 villagers go down. We'll see what happens to her because there is a lion there. Here comes Elite Skirm for King Boo, who will save her and clear this up. As here comes Red with crossbows and Siege. We're 28 minutes into this game. We don't have a second TC. If you know high-level Age of Empires, there's normally a lot of eco. This game has just been crazy with military. Sebastian, yeah, someone just linked the Discord there for you, buddy. And again, Teal is moving out. He has army, but he doesn't have the army in the position. Honestly, so good from Red. He knows that army's coming to his base, and he's going to prep siege for it, and he goes right to King Boo's base. And I think King Boo has to expect this or something. A little late to react. Can just go back here to this wood line. And he's going to stone so he can sell stone and buy resources. That's kind of the meta with Saracens. Okay, so Red's thinking he might come over here. He noticed it. He's fleeing now. No, he's repairing the lumber camp. Excuse me. Okay, now he's fleeing. Ballistics is in. But now the siege is there. Great defense. Skirms with ballistics should be able to defend this, but there's not too many numbers just yet for King Boo. And this is a really good game. It's just so messy. This reminds me of 2015. Back in the day. When things were open, things were crazy. Also, it is a skill. Oh, big shot! It is a skill to be able to get yourself out of these games. Some players thrive. And, oh, another big shot. And that was as Red had to focus on this attack. Yeah, like, some players, when it gets messy, just fall apart. Other players, when it gets messy, it feels like they're at home. And good fight for Red. He's on the hill. That's not bad. 60 pop for 60 pop. And surely the populations are going to grow. That's what I keep thinking. But the populations just go right back down. There's been so many deaths in this game. Like, 10 units are created, 10 units die. It's how it will continue, I think. And it's very close economically, very close with military. And that should continue here. Good micro from King Boo, though. I like it. I think this is the area King Boo should maybe target next. If you look at what he sees a tower here, no wood line here. And he will now be able to see on this side that there's some exposed resources. And what's the plan? We're going to see a town center. That's, I guess it's not a bad TC. Truthfully, the map is also really bad for both as the game goes on. Much better for King Boo at the start, though. All right, King Boo sees the siege and says, I will kill that siege because I'm a micro god. Red repairs it nicely, though. Shot goes off. King Boo's not really a micro god after all. And he gets hit twice. But we appreciate the attempt. All right? It might not work, but it was ambitious. Whereas, as the Brits would say, an audacious attempt. All the splits? Oh, I shouldn't have talked smack about King Boo! Okay, I was... Ouch. Okay, that hurts. King Boo's British, by the way, so I tried my best, but... my accent really needs work. More villagers died over here at the same time, so King Boo was doing good to control the game, and then rocks kind of controlled right into his face. But, oh god, and he's getting hit over here by crossbows, and the crossbows do have ballistics. Oh, alert, alert. Army needed. Now, is this where Red's going to make a mistake? Because he's probably microing here. Okay, he is now microing here. The villagers ended up getting away. It wasn't too bad for King Boo. And what? Wait, what? That is a thing. King Boo currently has a castle foundation right in front of Red's base. How is he going to get that up? There's mangonels and there's crossbows here. This should never really happen. Unless he can somehow get the mangonels out of position. Also, there's still crossbows here. King Boo's searching for them. Good micro. He's had solid micro this game. I think even though he's made some mistakes, I like how he continues to force the issue. And so here's Red, and I think Red Siege might have spotted the Vills for a second. Red says, I wasn't killed, so let's move back in on this side. And there he goes. Oh, he spotted the army. He's going back. Also going back in on this side, which I like. And Red's just like, you know what? Let's boom now. I've got 2 TCs. I've taken some big engagements. Don't ask me how he didn't get more value from that. And King Boo says, screw this game. And I'm going to surprise my opponent with a castle on his face, which will control farms, gold, and the stone if it goes up. Which honestly, at this point, it has to go up. It has to go up because he is not ahead in military. He's not ahead economically. And there's no sign that he will be ahead economically. Okay, if he sends his army forward now, this is just straight up unlucky. Oh my god. Oh god. Now Red's going to run into that wood line. Okay. King Boo focused here as well, which is going to hurt so much more. And he'll be happy that he brought all the siege over because there goes the castle. And so Red... he sees this castle, and he immediately ejects the new crossbows here to kill this, and he wheels his mangonel over, and King Boo is going to send an army this way, and King Boo is sending an army through the middle, and King Boo is getting hit on the woodline and the stone, and the castle is currently at 70%. The castle has to go up or Boo is dead. It has to go up. Meanwhile, this army's just running underneath the town center. This army's running into a mangonel. This castle has to go up to have a chance. It has to go up, and it does go up! Now focus the siege. Take 1 mangonel. We'll take the 2nd mangonel. We'll take the 3rd. Take it, take it, take it. Kill it. Kill it. And now the army's here. What is happening? What is happening? This is so messy. 28 villagers for King Boo. 28 vills. He lost so many. He lost them building the castle, and then he also lost them at home. I mean, Red might not know that Teal is down to 30 vills. He might think 45 while he's at 60. Because it's hard to focus on all those little details. This will get cleared. And now Red's problem is army numbers. And Red is going to run out to raid a player who has basically no eco at home, but I still think it's a good move. And Teal has enough army on the left to kill vills, has enough army here to kill vills, and Red is going to panic. These villagers are idle. This TC's kind of there, but not doing much. Towers going up everywhere. 72 pop versus 58 is just an insane stat. Considering the Vill difference, that is an insane stat. And this tower gets denied. If Teal had a siege workshop forward, if he could afford that, and pressure the town centers, that would be so good here. But he doesn't have that. He almost needs one defensively right now. what King Boo has shown me is that he will never hesitate when attacking siege. So, maybe he will just use his ranged units to attack the siege. Red is making rams here. It bothers me so much he's making rams at this point in time because he's showing the siege workshop, and the siege workshop is going to get shot down. Here, teal has moved along, and red did a good job to make sure that the units couldn't sit underneath the tower. But never mind. The house got taken out, so now they can sit underneath the tower. Red needs a new siege workshop or something. And then meanwhile, red is pressuring here, and King Boo's going to micro. Is this winnable for Boo? Is this winnable for Boo? He does have 2 Mamelukes here. Red says, why would we ever make a new siege workshop when our siege workshops are even cheaper with Malians? Why would we do that when we can just repair it? That's the better move. Let's repair it. And King Boo says split micro. Boom. On the hill. Gets the first one, I think. Split. Gets the first one. Looking like a god. Splits again. Oh! Oh my god! Wait a second. Okay, I need to explain what just happened there. So, I don't think this should exist, but it does exist. I must explain it because players abuse it all the time. If you're firing up a hill in Age of Empires 2 against an enemy, you do 25% less damage, and the enemy receives 25% less damage, okay? So with mangonels, if you delete your mangonel after you fire a shot uphill, the game forgets or somehow just doesn't know that you are at a disadvantage and you do full damage, okay? So that is a thing. The other thing is when you delete a mangonel, and this is the one I don't think that should exist. If you delete a mangonel in general, it does full damage on the full shot instead of just the middle of the shot, which is so weird. I don't think that should exist. But watch what he did here. So he knew what he needed to know. He fires, and he deleted after the shot hit. So basically did no extra damage and then doesn't even get the shot off. And now, here come the Rams. Now, I'm not sure if 4 Rams are going to be enough here. Meanwhile, this tower could go down. Meanwhile, this army's pushing forward. And what is happening? What is happening here, man? I mean, Teal's Mamelukes are going to take out the Rams. But Red is, like, focusing the Mamelukes with the crossbows that are underneath the castle. Meanwhile, here comes this army. And there's so many villagers for the taking right now, if you're Teal. Boo could win this game. Boo is the score lead. The castle stays up. The Rams were a waste. Red did make more archery ranges. He's now going to make a new siege workshop, but he's out of wood over here. He can't take this wood or this gold. He can't take this gold. He can't take the stone. He honestly can't take any resources. I think King Boo is going to win this one. I mean, that's what it seems like, as he is out of gold now and is going to run to the middle of the map. No town center. But who cares? Just take gold. 2 army for red. I have to say, King Boo's micro has been really good here to bring himself back. It's the type of player you just want to watch play, too. The aggressive players who are not afraid to just commit when the going gets rough. And I'm trying to think what you do here if you're red. I mean, if he had a lead skirm in, skirm would make sense because the enemy hasn't been making any siege. But I mean, even then, Boo has 23 of his own skirms. You need to have more than 23 skirms. So I guess siege is your next best option. He's just going tower defense. So double tower defense will be okay, but this will certainly help King Boo catch up with Vills because you can only fit 5 in each tower. He's running right through. It's always nice to have skirms in the mix because the skirms don't receive a lot of damage from towers. So now it's 40 villagers against 56. I'm going to tell you what I want to see right now as Red runs over here to this gold. I want to see Red bring these Vills and drop a castle right on Teal's face. That's what I want so badly. More than anything in the world. Santa, that's what I want for Christmas, please. Because Teal has Red surrounded. But Teal doesn't have a lot of production from home right now. Just passing. Nam. Can you imagine? He's got the Vills in the position where they could run forward and castle drop. He does also have stone income. And King Boo's got to be thinking, like, where do I go? I feel like I've hit everything. But what he didn't check is this side, is we have a TC for red. Thank God for him, he found that neutral gold. Meanwhile, Boo is going to drop a castle here, which I think is a good move. I think dropping a castle here is fine. Continue to kill the guy off. He's actually going to go a bit deeper, I think, and drop it here. Castle dropping further in here doesn't make sense to me. Castle dropping here makes sense to me. Okay, that's fine. I would actually still prefer this, but this is still more than fine. They're basically the same castle. And yeah, he just has too many ranged units. He takes out the Scorpions. He takes out the Vills. And I think red is dead. But he still has 17 more Vills somehow. Guys, this game has gone on for 50 minutes. We haven't seen a single player go above 100 pop. This is unbelievably messy. The Vill KD is 55 to 59. As Boo says, I don't freaking care. I'm just going to dive underneath all your buildings again. Who cares? Kill more villagers. The economic efficiency is awful. Everything is just so bad. Oh, man. They have... If you were to add up how much they both have on food and combine it, it's 3. Holy moly. These vills need to find a resource right now. Okay, he realizes that. Maybe take the gold. And okay, red is making a crossbow. That's exciting. Wow. High Elo Legends. Top couple hundred in the world. It got messy. But it's always been aggressive, and there's always been constant pressure. Red, please. You're not going to be able to push back this position. You're still okay to take the golden stone if the army isn't there. Castle drop teal. You have to do something offensive again here. You have to. That, or you need some really big siege shots, excuse me. I guess he actually abandoned the stone with all of his vills, and he forgot to go back. So, yeah, and now he's going to realize that the army's coming over, but he wants to drop a castle, but he can't drop a castle because then he won't have the stone to protect the villagers, and so he might need to buy more stone. Oh, nope, we run away. Okay. Town center. King Boot is looking... Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh, no. King Boo's buying more stone for another castle. Again, I don't think this is necessary. I think you make a defensive castle at this point so you can protect your resources, which are currently being attacked. As this TC gets denied, King Boo takes the Vill lead, or you castle drop over here or something. I really do not think that a third forward castle is hugely necessary. But I don't think Boo knows about this economy. Boo does not believe that this economy exists. So Boo is like, get out of my game, basically. And, oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. King Boo has no defense. He has no siege. There is siege crossbow for red. Now, if red knew that this gold was being taken, I think you should drop it here. Drop it here so it hits the TC and hits the gold. But he's also... You know, he's under pressure at the moment, so I can understand how maybe he can't think about the castle spots as much. I mean, his starting TC now has a castle on it. He could actually complete that town center, though. If he runs over to it, he could. And there he goes. He will complete his castle. And Boo could honestly lose all these vills. Boo needs siege. But Boo doesn't have wood. Boo has been on stone and gold. Boo is not on wood. But I guess Boo does have skirms, and he is bringing his main army back. So as long as Boo doesn't get completely rocked by this mangonel, if he can take that out, maybe he's fine. There go the Mamelukes. They're going to go down. And we know what Boo's going to do here, right? We know Boo is going to try and micro down the siege. So red should fire a shot and run back to the castle and repair it every time and see if Boo makes a mistake. Okay, good split. Boo could go for the repair Vill if he wanted to. He does. Nice. Okay. Meanwhile, it's 41 Vills versus 48. What is this game? Guys, Boo has nothing on food. Boo cannot make Vills. So Boo has the Vil lead, but Boo cannot make Vils. And now he's going to TC over here. This is high Elo Legends. And there's a great chance that Boo could eventually make a mistake with his main army. And he's going to lose this TC. I'm certain of it. Okay, good time for the Castle Age Wood upgrade at 57 minutes. Well played, Red. This eco has completely saved Red. This TC is on gold, so he's still fine there. And let's see. Oh, please no. Please no. Please no. Please no. Oh my god! Oh, that was so huge! Oh, that's also what she said, but holy crap, Boo, don't do it again! The thing is, he needs to, because he won't add his own siege. That's the thing. He refuses, or just has not been in a position to add his own siege. So he kind of is forced to go into these micro engagements. And he thought it would be 1 mango, but instead, it was 2. Guys, the year's almost over. This is high Elo Legends, but this could also be one of the games of the year. This is insane. Boo is going scale barding armor for a unit that costs food, as his main food eco is getting raided by crossbows. You can't make it up. He's buying the food now. And the prices are actually pretty good because he was selling food before, and of course because he's Saracens. I think Red will see the stable, though, and realize he has to keep crossbows close by. 47 Vils versus 44. Red is alive and well in this game. And this is why when you have army control, you can't have 3 castles in the same spot. That's the biggest thing to take away from this game. You don't want to have 3 castles in the same spot because they'll expand. Have a castle here. You had the army there. Check over here. He has found this now. Boo has 0 on food. He does have a town center, though. You could start to farm a little. Also, Boo microing. Very bold position after what happened before, but he wanted to take crossbows out so he could then take out the siege with his knights. Oh! Oh! Okay. Well, I think it was worth it for Red because that's a lot of army Boo can't make again. But now Boo can make another castle, so where does he place it? Oh, place it over here. I want it here, please. Place it over here. Come on, he's got nothing. I guess you've got nothing. TC in the middle of the map from Red. And now we have King Boo coming over here. And this is actually a really good castle. This is way better than my idea. Because he sees the TCs going up. And that castle should go up, actually. Holy crap. And at this point, their brains are frying, right? And, oh, God. Oh, Red comes over here with the crossbows. Feels like good, because he can't protect the TC, but now the Vils are dying. How many Vils have been killed this game? 170 Vil kills. Still, we haven't seen a player go up past 100 pop in this game. Teal was close, and now he's somehow at 66 pop. God, I need to pause this game to reassess where the golds are. I'm sorry. Okay, so there's a little bit of gold here for Boo. For all we know, that belongs to Red now, okay? The only reason King Boo would ever look here is for the market. There's gold in the middle, which I guess Boo can take. There's gold here, which Boo is taking, and stone. So he's got stuff to mine. Red still has this gold. That's the key. Still has some stone. This gold's gone. This gold's almost gone, and then there's stone. Okay, so they've kind of positioned themselves where they both can take gold and stone. Don't kill your own units hitting the house. Don't. Okay, thank you. I don't think either have crossed 12 Vils on food. Certainly not since Castle Age, Bree. Certainly not since Castle Age. I really like Boo's... I feel like Boo is the faster player. In fact, if we look at the APM, it'll probably tell us if he's faster with military. Okay, apparently a little bit. I feel like he's more active with his military. I guess he always has more, so that helps. And I like how the second he spotted this, he immediately came over to deal with it. Now for Red, you're kind of stuck now because there's no eco to do damage to over here. So now he has to do some searching to find Boo's eco. He also has to clear this. And honestly, the only thing he can do is make siege. And he has to hope that the siege is enough. But what's happening is I think he's going to his siege workshops and he's making siege from the other ones because when you do the go-to hotkey for any building, it always goes to the first ones first. And he's had so many of them. Oh my goodness. Imagine being these villagers. There we go. Making a scorpion. Not sure I like how Boo has split up the knights from the rest. I feel like the knights have a purpose here and it's not to kill villagers, but I could be wrong. Well, this is entertaining. Oh, no. Oh, no. Red found him. Red found him. And at the same time, Teal found Red. And so there's just so much going on. Guys, in a normal game, you have your base, and then you go to the left, you go to the right, you go to the north, the south, whatever. There's a structure to it. This game, there's no structure to it. There's no main base anymore. So it's so messy. And it's still not a game that Boo can lose if he continues to move his army around. Red definitely has better farming eco. Boo has better army right now. However, that will change here because the knights go down. That said, the scorpion will go down as well. Still getting some good hits. Villagers going down for Boo. As he's going to drop another castle. And this castle will be right on top of 25 villagers. Are you kidding me? Boo, make a farm, bro. Just like one. Okay? Okay, he's got farms, to be fair. I don't think he knew about this army at all. He's probably looking in 3 places when he needed to look at 4. And now Red sees, oh crap, I've got to take this gold. Red's actually going to have some big gold problems if this goes up. And Red could make a castle. There's a chance that Red could drop it over here. Oh, Boo. Okay. There's a chance that Red could drop it over here, but I would also understand the instinct to buy stone and drop it here. Yeah, just so you can protect your gold, because you don't want to lose 22 vills, and you don't want to lose access to gold. These villagers can go back to work, but they're really not working because everything's really crazy. Red has had 8 total hours of idle time in a 1-hour game. Also, this skirmisher is slowly killing stuff, so who knows what's going to happen there. Boo completes the castle. Does not know Red's castle is there, and knowing Boo probably wants to make a mining camp there. As he realized the crossbow army's here, he's going to kill the crossbow army, and he still has a chance because he consistently produces army. Wouldn't have a... Like, Elite Skirm would have been such a good unit for Red here. Because now he has tons of food, and he has tons of wood. But he never teched into that. He's only going crossbow siege. Okay, these villagers just came back to this gold. I mean... Who wins this game? Say a player right now. Who wins this game? Chat. If you had to predict who would win, who would you say? I want to say Red because he has the resources and he has quote-unquote eco as he's on 1 town center. But that's not good eco. I mean, he might even be flirting with the idea of going imp, which is kind of interesting. Boo... honestly, actually, hold on. Let's think about this. Red has more vills. Where can Boo kill vills right now? Here. This is the area. So Boo needs to kill villagers here. If he kills villagers here, he can do it. He has to be there. He cannot address that castle. And, oof, another big shot from Red. Red's going to get one more volley. Oh, boy. I think maybe with that shot. Another one? Nope. But it's mainly skirmishers here, Boo. This could be a problem. Yeah, I think Red's going to go imp for Trebs. And if Red is able to get some military over here to defend himself, then he could do it. Okay, Blue is to run away and split. Okay, nice split. Split again. Split. 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 Okay, that's fine. Oh my god, this game is incredible. This game is incredible. Oh, God. Red has 4 army, but going imp. 4 army. However, you could have a Treb here. Takes his castle out. You get the gold. You get the wood. Safe farming and wood eco. This is perfect. You could have a Treb here. Whoa. Treb here. And Treb this down. And upon Trebbing that down, That castle's out of the picture. You still have a Vil lead, but because red only has one TC, and that's the TC producing Vils normally, it's now idle going imp, giving King Boo a chance to create Vils out of his own TC when he thinks about it. Red now going for Elite Skirm. Probably could have happened a while ago, but I like it. Good time to remind you that Malians actually do not get Bracer. So you'd probably just have to go for the final armor upgrade, which is still fine. Red is making a Treb, and red will eventually make a Treb upon getting the wood for such a thing. Okay, yeah, it's on the way now. I mean, Boo is playing hide and go seek right now. He's trying to find out where red might have resources. I guess this would be the sweet spot right there. Okay, Boo is just going to take the stone. Still haven't seen a player go over 100 pop. It is looking a little better for red now that he's going to start trebbing castles down. But he needs to ensure that he... there you go. Good engagements. Boo doesn't have army here. He needs to ensure that he makes archery ranges and that he just fields skirms for now. He doesn't really have that much gold. He, of course, will be able to if he wants it, but I think going skirm is the play. And here comes Boo. You can't make it up. Oh my god. Double tower to protect from this army. The Imperial Age player still doesn't have the forces to defend. But double tower will be fine. And this castle will definitely go down. And this castle will definitely go down. Here's this army. There's so much action in this game. Now what you would want to do... Big shot. Tack round. Oh, that was a sick dodge. He's going to dodge back again? No, he won't. Never mind. But yeah, what you could do in a normal game, if you're Boo, is go light cav, all-in castle to push back skirms. Castle Age light cav with upgrades are really, really strong up against imp skirms, especially if the skirms don't get bracer. But I haven't seen Boo go above 8 on food. So it feels like Boo is just going to make skirms and just going to make crossbow. And if he's only doing... He wants to drop another one? If he's only doing that, then I think that eventually red should have enough skirms. But I mean, eventually. Red is an imp. He trebbed down castles. Oh, it's a big shot. But here comes Boo to drop a castle right on red's corner eco. Red has a base in the north. Red has a base in the east. And he has some little... thing in the middle. Oh, Boo, don't lose your army here, please. Guys, I think Boo can do this. Don't lose your castle foundation. Oh, that could be GG right there. Oh, he calls it. He calls it. It was winnable. It was winnable. If he took care of that mangonel, his castle would have gone down. And I think then the TC goes down for red and maybe it's winnable. But holy cow. The game ends. 63 pop for red. 60 pop for teal. And, I mean, of course, red would have trebbed these castles down eventually. But at this point, the castles don't protect anything. So I don't think that was the biggest deal. Also, red wouldn't have had support for his trebs going this way. But, of course, maybe he would have. Yeah. That was insane. Well... That's high Elo Legends. That was one of the craziest games you'll see. Props to both of these two. I know that they'll look at this, and it definitely wasn't one that's necessarily there for the highlight reel for their careers. But truthfully, when the games get that ridiculous, it's hard to play in that environment, and it's hard to know what to do. And they figured it out, and there was constant action, whether it was siege and archers, or it was castle drops and eco relocating all the time. Oh, man. And this is where it gets tough, because someone's going to say, well, I think Boo would have won if he added more farms, right? Well, guess what? He wouldn't have microed so well. He wouldn't have had so many crossbows if he added more farms. That's the trade-off. Someone else might say, oh, red could have just made skirms, T90. He had the eco. Well, guess what? If he starts to produce and add those buildings and add those skirms and then micro them, then he has less eco, because he's focusing more on the economy. So they're playing within what they can handle, And with what they both could handle, it turned into a ridiculous game. Both of them could probably go back to the drawing board on general army position things in the mid game, but that was nuts. I mean, at one point, Boo was behind by 30 vills and still almost won that game. That should not happen. But you can see how much military he had. 340 kills from Red. He did make a lot of siege this game, but it ended up paying off with a couple big shots. Economically, Red had more wood and more food. And that is just such a low number of wood and food for an hour and 10-minute game. Like, an hour and 10-minute game typically has 30K plus food. I mean, that is such a low number. And Boo had more gold and more stone control. I mean, the uptimes don't really tell you too much. You could maybe look at some of these upgrades. Like, it was just all the same stuff in the mid game. And then somehow some of these upgrades came in late, and holy moly. Again, shout out to the players and also to viewers. Wow, this is crazy too. So total villagers, 164 for Red. He ended the game with 48. Total villagers for Boo was 143. He ended the game with 47. But yeah, to the viewers, I hope you enjoyed this. Shout out to Yupe for sending me this game. I don't know if he is Red or if it's just another Finnish player. I hope everyone's been enjoying their holiday season. I hope you guys do enjoy your holiday season, depending on when you see this. And take care of yourselves, of course, and I hope to see you around for more content.